Hi, it's Jim again. I'd like to talk today about research and how it fits historical fiction. Everything is based on historical fiction. I've already talked about what historical fiction is. I gave you a little bit of input into what characters are within historical fiction and how they're developed. Today, when we're talking about research, we're talking about the details that support the era in which you're writing. For instance, in the current novel, These Sacred Lands, there are a number of different things that I had to really research to ensure that I was correct in what I was writing about and how I shaped it within an event. And a good example would be the cavalry and the horses that they procured out west. What type of animals did they buy? It wouldn't do to have a purist, a student of history, reading one of my novels and they think it's a thoroughbred running out there. That would not happen. They were different types of animals. So I did the research on that, and I did the research on equipment that the cavalrymen wore and how they wore it and why. So those details were correct. Because I was dealing with two cultures in These Sacred Lands, not only Joshua Tremaine McKenzie, the cavalryman, but Shadowhawk, the Lakota warrior, who's his very close friend, I had to do research in finding what was marriage like within the Lakota tribe. Were there proposals? How were those conducted? How was the ceremony conducted? How do they pick their mates? So all that was done. Later on in the book, Shadowhawk's wife, woman who walks alone, has a son. And I researched how the birthing procedures took place within the Lakota tribe, within any native tribe. Very, very unique perspective. And I wanted to make sure that those chapters were correct when I put pen to paper. So the more research I do, the more detailed it becomes. And one of the things you have to guard for in historical fiction is the amount of research. You can have too much. You can have where you'll never get the pen to paper because you're consumed in the research and you want to find the next detail. Well, there is a logical cutoff point. You have to determine that as an author and move on. So there's a lot of different perspectives. There's a lot of different details that are really captured in both the Hancock novels, These Sacred Lands, and the novel to follow called Tremaine, which will be out this summer. So having said that, I want to give you an opportunity to research yourself or take a look at the books and make sure that my research is correct and the story is all complementary. I'll talk to you a little while later.